So when I start the game Umamusume, it actually feels like a roguelike game where you keep failing the game just to progress better on the next time. But the more you play this game, the less it feels like roguelike. And this is a really cool part about this game. Whether your Uma complete the career or fail the career previously, your next Uma could inherit their trait like aptitude, stat, and the skills, so that your Uma could has all the advantage when they are still playing iPad in the womb. Like human has to take 8 months to learn how to walk, and these motherfucker could walk within 80 minutes because with all the time they were still in the womb, they learned how to walk on YouTube with an iPad. Yeah, that's the Gen Alpha horse you're seeing there. Having good parent in Umamusume, they called it legacy. You're gonna be able to inherit their trait and get the better aptitude, the better stat, and the better skill. But most importantly, they will take you to Disneyland every summer, cause they're good parents. But if you're like really new to the game, the first thing you want to do is you click into the career mode and you're gonna get into this URA career mode. And you're basically gonna spend 90% of your time grinding the hell out of this, if not 99%. There will be new kind of career mode added into the game, which gonna make your Uma stronger. But anyway, you are getting into career mode in order to train your horse. Because obviously this is a horse training game, and without training any horse, you're not gonna get any parents. And right now you pick the horses that you want, click on next, and click auto select, including guest, and then click next, and then click auto select again without prioritizing the events bonus support card, and then you could get started. And of course, you're gonna glue your horse and fail the mission like this, but you get to enjoy the game and get used to it. This way is so much better than trying to do everything perfectly on the first try and stressing yourself out. So I don't think it's a bad idea. So don't be afraid to glue some of your horses, cause that is a more enjoyable way to place it, and you don't actually lose all your progress. The Uma that's failed the career would be a decent parent for the next run. Now, assuming that you have been playing the game for a while, but you wanna get more specific on selecting the parents, we will be using Nice Nature as the examples because Nice Nature is the best horse in the entire game. But in my heart, she might be collecting bronze here and there, but she will always be my number one. And the first thing you want to pay attention is the amplitude of the Nice Nature, which is the stat down here. It's written track, distance, and style. And as you can see, medium and long are at A. It means that she's good at running the medium range and the long range. And you could see a G behind the sprint. It means that she sucks at sprinting. And C on the mile. It means that she's doing okay but not exactly good at it. So even if she has good stat, she will still receive penalties out of sprinting and mile. So you want to avoid racing in the sprint and the mile distance and compete in medium and long range in order to get the most out of her aptitude. And this is the exact number of penalties. In contrast, if we look at the Buckshin, her sprint is A, so she's gonna be doing a lot better than Nice Nature given the same stat. But things would go horribly wrong. Given the same amounts of stat, she wouldn't be able to compete with Nice Nature in that range. Like, how are you gonna compete with 90% debuff? So whether you're playing the PvP game or you're playing in the career mode or even the daily grind, you wanna put her on the medium range and the long range in order to get the most out of her stat. And as for running style, there's this front, pace, late, and end. It literally means how your horse position themselves during the race. You could think of it as a class in the other game. Like this one is warrior, that one is magician, this one is a support, this one is a DPS, but in Umamusume is the positioning. And as you can see, she's suck at being the front runner and the end closer. So if you're putting her at the front and at the end, she would receive penalties and run slower, just like the race distance. So you definitely don't want to put them in the position that they're not good with. So you only want to pick Lay Surger and the Pace Chaser in this case. And the other factors that this is so important because it's gonna decide what skill you should pick and what skill you shouldn't pick, because there are class specific skill for you to choose. And if you're using those skills without being in the right position, it is not gonna be triggered and it's gonna be useless. And you could recognize that from the parentheses behind the skill. And there are also this distance specific skill, so definitely pay extra attention on that. Now let's talk about leveling up your aptitude. Generally, it doesn't matter that much unless you have special need, like I want my nice nature to job change from a laserger to a pace chaser, or your Uma has an obvious weakness that need to be fixed. Like let's say, I have a loss of support card that actually favor pace chaser, but I don't have a loss of good support for the late surger. So I want to make nice nature into a pace chaser. If you have enough Uma, you could have just like clicked through it and look for the one that actually have it. And in this case, my right shower happened to have it. And for those who are not familiar with this system, she doesn't get this directly from the right shower, but rather from the right shower parent. And you could see that from this pink bar, it's called Pace Chaser, and people call this Pink Spark. You will randomly get one of these when you finish the career, but basically your horse could inherit the skill and the aptitude from parent and grandparent. And if I use the other example with the Grass Wonder, throughout her career, she actually has a loss of race that involved with the medium range. So we do want to upgrade her medium range from B to A, and we pick her parent based off that to make up for her weakness. And I randomly click through it. Oh, this horse have it, so I just press confirm. And the way that aptitude upgrade work is that the first upgrade only need 1 star, but the second upgrade and afterward, you're gonna need 3 star each. So let's say my dirt is as G, I need 1 star to upgrade to an F, and a total of 4 star from parent or grandparent in order to get it to E, and so on. And you will be getting the spark randomly on the amplitude that has over A or S when you finish the career mode. So avoid getting a loss of A if you want to target certain types of aptitude. And the next thing that you're going to be able to inherit is the stat. This is the reason why people grinding Umamusume day in and day out, because stat is very hard to get. Like if you want to target a 3 star speed and you don't have your speed above 1100, you would literally has 1 out of 100 chance to get this 3 star spark. And the stat those are matter are speed, stamina, and power. So given that if you're playing it in the right way, in general it's gonna be 1100 on the stat that you're targeting and 600 on the rest, your odds increase up to 1 out of 25 chance. And when you select your parent, you're gonna see the stat up here, and the number is inherited from the right shower. And when you're selecting for your parents' horse, you could also get away with just click randomly and look for the one with the biggest number, like this one for the 5 speed. And I'm picking the pink horses, so the number is gonna be pink. And the amount of stat is calculated this way. 1 star is equate to 5, 2 star is 12, and 3 star gonna give 21. And don't forget that you would also get the stat from the grandparents, so you could get up to 63 stat from a parent and 126 from 2 parent. And any Uma that gives total stat of 63, people call it 9 star Uma, because grandparent and herself would have 9 star combined. So the journey doesn't end when you get a 3 star Uma. You're gonna get at least 2 to get a 9 star Uma. And if you don't have good horses, you could click on guess and look for the parent with good stat. You would be able to borrow the horses from the other account, from the account that you are friend with, or from the account that you follow. Like this one, she got 63 stamina. So obviously she is a 9 star Uma. And you can see that from the inspiration here, she got 3 star herself, and both of her parents are also 3 star. And if you don't have good horses, you could go out of your way joining Discord group and look for the ID with 9 star horses. And to get a 9 star horses, you wanna start your career with the parent that has 3 star, and it has to be both of them. You wanna have your own 3 star first, and the other one you could borrow it from the guest. You could find it by just going to the leaderboard and look for the 9 star Uma here, and all you do is really just check check into their ID and check on their horse's parent. And it's the best to go for the stat that you have trouble training with. And more often than not, it's probably stamina and the power, because I believe that a lot of you have good support on the speed, like one of those Kitasan Black you borrow from other account, and the special week SSR from the event. It makes training so much easier, and it also saves you a lot of turn. And about the white spark, it's all about the RNG. You have a base chance of 20% to get the spark on the skill, and 40% chance if it's gold skill. And as for the green spark, the only horses that could get the green spark are the one that above 3 star, because it's gonna allow you to inherit the unique skill of the Uma. And some Uma has better unique skill than the other, and you wanna upgrade your 1 or 2 star horses into 3 star if you want their skill. Like Scarlet is good universally, Super Creek and Takian are also good if you are playing speed and width only in the long medium range. And this is the tier list of the unique skill. Malusensky, Rudolph and Oakley Cap both has very consistent skill and powerful one. Saiyan Sky is exceptionally good for the front runner, but she's not released yet. And the rest of the tier list is looking like this. Unfortunately, Ulala might look adorable, but she's the worst parent. She's gonna came home drunk and beat you up if she feels like it. Anyway, that's it for today. Like and sub if you find it informative, and see ya guys.